plug out the camera. Maybe that's working. We get this, we get this, we get this. Yes. Good, good, good. So, yeah, awesome. Awesome. What should we discuss today? Um, about what should we talk today? There is so much going on in the Telegram. I don't think those people will come into the stream, all of them, so I will try to. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Can all of you, like every one of you, help to get what the fuck? I need to close the Telegram. Or somehow disable the notifications. Yes. 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 Okay. Good. Um, yeah, the token is already deployed. I sent the link in the chat. Where is the link? Token is already deployed. What do you guys think about the name? I deployed it 3 times because I was not sure about the name. So yeah, the name now will be Deus Synthetic Coinbase IOU, and it will be a wrapped Coinbase IOU basically, because that's what it is in the end. It it is just a wrapped token, like every other wrapped token that we have in the ecosystem. So I showed you guys a few days ago. I showed you the. So we are also ready with the stocks. Back end is ready. Front end is ready. Now the idea with the Coinbase, basically we prioritized it higher because we thought the impact would be way bigger, and yeah, we were right. So let me check. Where is the code? Oh, it's not on GitHub yet. Yeah, yeah. It's not on GitHub yet. Tomorrow. We're gonna launch it probably tomorrow. We launch it tomorrow. We will launch it tomorrow. That's the plan. Yeah, no big deal. that's that's the plan to launch tomorrow. Yes, pretty confident. Already finished the exchange almost. I deployed already the token, so yeah. Where's the code for the stocks? So yeah, we also created a new design only for the Coinbase listing. That's like how the UI will look tomorrow. I'm just searching the. Oh no, even better. We changed some background lighting. Yeah. Yes. Wait. That's even better. That's how it will look. Yes. 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 Uh, I'm searching the and easy, clean and easy. Uh, you can you can buy like look what Deus wants to achieve is that you can buy any asset with any asset. So you can from now tomorrow you will be able to use 10 assets. Yes. You can't hear the sound. Only like okay, good. Okay. Uh, yes, there it is. Almost ready. Almost ready. Yes, tomorrow we start with ETH, USDC, DAI, and next week we launch 500 stock. Like somewhere in the next weeks we launch 500 stocks. I just show it to you now. Uh, okay, I will explain. Like I will show you this now, and then I will explain to you how it works with the IPO price because there is no IPO price yet. There is no IPO price yet. So basically how it works is, so look, that's all the stocks we will launch next. Yeah. We planned to launch it on Christmas, but now with the Coinbase thing, and I think it's even bigger, so yeah. I can send you the screenshot in I can send it into the Deus chat. Thanks for following. Thanks for following. Mr. Face. Mr. Face. Thanks for following. So these are all the stocks. Yeah, it's the S&P 500. We will add the name of the company also, so it's easier to find the right stock. Yes, we will add stock names. Yes, yes. Uh, yes. So yeah, you can go long and short basically, and then what you're doing is you're deploying a token like this. So when you buy it, when you're the first to buy, then you will deploy a token. So it probably is around, yeah. The first one that buys a stock, he needs to pay a little higher fee in order to deploy the token. And everyone after that, but we will give out some benefits for users doing so. So we will check who deployed the tokens and then we will airdrop some data or something and later it will be automized. So that's what comes in a few weeks or a few days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Tomorrow uh, yes, like this. Tomorrow we gonna list the Deus, the Coinbase IPO, and now I'm explaining how it works. So guys, there's a lot of drawings already, yeah? A lot of explanations here done in the Twitch. So how like what's the IPO price? That's basically the question, yeah. How can we define the IPO price? So basically what we're doing is we're not defining the IPO price. So here's basically the real IPO price. Okay? And and here is what we launch as IOU, the IOU price, okay? And now we have a time until Coinbase decides about the real price, okay? And until then, we can already trade the futures on Uniswap, okay? And then, when there is the listing, the real listing on the stock exchanges, we are basically matching both prices. And then, after listing, after the real Coinbase listing, we match both prices and basically we apply a swap rate. That means the price that you pay tomorrow is ultimately the price of the real IPO. So we are just applying a rate, and based on that swap rate, you will get the real IPO price. That means when you bought it for $100 and the real IPO price is just $50, then you get 2 tokens when we swap them. So we swap the IOU to the real wrapped Coinbase. And from there on, when it's the real wrapped Coinbase, you're getting real-time price updates, like every other wrapped stock in Deus. And we can do this, we can do those IOUs for every stock. We can do this for every stock, for every IPO, for everything. I just realized it. Like it was like maybe 3 days ago, 4 days ago, someone posted it. And then I started checking, and it's super easy. We just deploy a contract, we just deploy a new token as an IOU, and then we wait until there is the real listing, and then we swap them. And we, even if we don't know the price, basically from now on we can make an asset for everything. We can make it for everything. How can we buy the wrapped Coinbase? Look, you mean the IOU or the real wrapped Coinbase? Because to buy the real wrapped Coinbase, you need to wait until Coinbase lists them. Or you buy the IOU and swap them later. That's it. It's super easy. Yes, Robinhood next. Yes, we can do it. I don't know about their IPO yet, but we can basically list every company ever. The IOU you can buy tomorrow. Wasn't WeWork the company that went bankrupt? Yeah. I don't understand for what is Deus token important. It seems Deer is more important. They're both important. Do you really think I would create the system in a way that both tokens are not equally as important? There will always be some candies going to Deus, and then there will be some candies going to Dea. Always. This is what I think all the time. How can we make the token useful inside of the system? It's basically everything I think about all day long. So the system is super, 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 super easy. It's super, 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 super easy. Also the codes, it's super easy. Everything in Deus is super easy. We want to make it in a way so it's you can basically trade everything, but it's still super easy without all of that, yeah, potential risks. Also smart contract risks, and yeah. So I think for all of you guys that don't understand how you will be able to buy the token, just wait until tomorrow. Okay? Everything will be, every question you have will just be super clear. When you ever bought a token on Uniswap, you will be able to buy the Coinbase. Yes. Um, so, and yeah, and please also read the light paper if you're new. Also read the wiki. So you get an understanding of like how Deus evolved and what was the vision, what is the vision, what's the idea behind it. So yeah, do it. It's important to understand what we're doing. But the goal of Deus is to tokenize everything. And Coinbase is a good start. Very good start. Yes, FTX failed. Or maybe they listed, I don't know. But we will definitely be the first. They stole a little bit of our show on Tesla, but a decent you it's like this. A centralized entity and a decentralized entity cannot compete. They cannot compete. Never. The centralized entity will always be inferior, and the decentralized entity will always be superior because we are just more people working for one cause, and in the end, things happen faster because we are basically our own uh, ecosystem. And inside of that ecosystem, we agree on that this asset is that asset and this asset is that asset. And we don't need to, yeah, get all the, like, we don't need to do all other things instead of just listing a token. So yeah, Deus, Deus differs a lot from SNX. Actually, yesterday one of the SNX developers joined the Discord, the Deus Discord, to ask us some questions about the oracles. So we differ in a lot of things, but I think where we differ the most is that we're listing way more assets already than them, and the collateral model and the oracles, basically everything. Yeah, and we are a DAO and decentralized. So you should watch my YouTube video 2 weeks ago. If someone can link it, would be awesome. I talked there about competitors. There is also this competitor comparison sheet. So yeah. Mm, will you working on Hathor? Yeah, I own some Hathor token. It's super easy, but you need to collateralize Hathor token in their protocol, and it just didn't feel right for me, like how they do it. I didn't like the idea of putting like needing to put collateral as a and it's always the same collateral that you need to put on. And no, like look, Chainlink actually approached us, asked like they saw that what we were doing and they read our light paper, and then we had a call with them, and now they're doing some price feeds for us. But all of those price feeds, they will be only additional. We built our own Oracle network, and we will work in 2021 to completely decentralize the Oracle network. So there will be like a node system on layer 2 where you can just stake Deus, and then you're like a node validator and you're like an Oracle provider. Until then, we will host the oracles on several like nodes our own. So it's basically like a coordinator system, like Solana, a little bit like yeah. It's like we are building a coordinator network, and then we will start decentralizing the oracles more because oracles are basically essential to the system, and those layer one aggregators they just can't scale. They just can't scale. Um, so we needed to build our own oracles, and I think that's from my perspective. I think that's what every huge innovative protocol will do, because they will the needs, like the needs we have. So no concern of recent hacks on centralized. Who, like, we will have a we have some security experts in our team, and we will have a multi-node system. And if you check out my GitHub, I was also active in the Cubes community, and Cubes is basically the most secure OS in the world. So um, securing your Oracle is basically just like securing your wallet. So I can go into more detail about the structure of like how I think a system is secure, but I don't think we can make this in an hour. So from now on, all you need to know is we will have a lot of different servers and nodes, all with different security layers and hosted by security experts. So it's already as we would have like 10 nodes. And I think Chainlink also only has 10 nodes or something like that per price feed. So yes. Uh, do you still have plans to work with Zoracles? Like look, every oracle we are working on is only additional. Um, if they if they prov- if Zoracles says, okay, look guys, everything you need, we are building it, and it's ready next week, then we could say, okay, if it's ready next week, we switch. But I don't think that they could build what we need in the time that we needed, the vast majority of data, and the fast, especially also the fast pace that our project is evolving. We would need our own private Oracle company, and that's what we created. So we have 2 persons, 3 persons with me working on all of that thing, and then we will have a lot of nodes. Yes. So, and also we have Madi, who developed the anti-Sybil system for Bright ID. So yeah, I I don't think like that it will ever happen that we are exclusively using only one Oracle service. I don't think so. Yeah, like look, ETH is costly, but it's costly for a reason. It's costly because everyone is using ETH and no one is using Solana and no one is using what is BS BSC? I don't even know what it is. Can you write the complete name? Um, oh, like, look, guys, if people are saying they like Dea more, then it's probably because they own more Dea. So take everything with a grain of salt. I would I would go with a good ratio of both. Just use just don't choose between, just buy both. Why make it so complicated and think about the perfect, like a lot of you guys, okay, you always think like, oh, I want to do it in the perfect way. I want to buy the perfect ratio. I want to do this in a perfect way, and in the end, everything is other than planned. So just do, I would say, just do everything in a way so that you're playing on all parties. Liquidity, it's the same with Uniswap. So there is no like you can just buy unlimited amounts of the Coinbase IOU tomorrow with almost zero. Like tomorrow you can buy it with zero slippage, and next week it will be a little bit of slippage. Um, there is the there is needed. So look, we have the vaults, okay? Vaults are liquidity providers, okay? Vaults are liquidity providers, and you're putting money into the vaults, and when you put money into the vaults, you get a sealed token. Okay, so basically you put in one BTC, and you get one sealed BTC. Okay, and there is the exit portal. Okay, so you can go through the portal, through there, you can exit and enter the sealed world. Yes. So there is the portal and will be used for pooling, and there will get all the fees for doing so. Oh, my phone. Uh, no, the IOU will be on a constant price for 3 days, so everyone can yeah. We want to give you guys a head start, and then there will be a bonding, like there will be an automated market maker in place that increases the price and decreases the price based on buying and selling. That's like, look, a lot of you guys are like, oh, what will the SEC say? What will they say? What is this? What is that? What is about the stock exchanges? What is about this? Like, look, guys, those systems, automated market makers, tokens, coins, they are so much superior than anything else ever created in the financial industry, and they will just completely dominate the space forever. And it's basically it's your gift or your luck that you're able to understand this before anyone else does. So look into those things. Don't go into a Telegram chat and ask the questions. Go read the things, read, 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 read. You should just read. You should not be answering questions. You should just be reading. You should read every day about that stuff. And if you think you don't understand it, it's not because you're not smart enough, it's because you didn't read enough about it. In the beginning, when I first heard about Bitcoin, I didn't understand anything. And when I first read the Wikipedia post of Ripple, I just thought, what? But I was reading and reading and reading and reading and reading and reading, and suddenly it clicked. And it's always good to not read the marketing things, but read the actual like technical things. Not because I realized that in the marketing sphere, all of those projects, they are not really saying what they're actually doing. They just use some buzzwords and some nonsense, and in the end, they don't tell you what they're actually doing. So basically, 99% of all tokens they do exactly zero, zero. It's just the same thing all over again. So not with Deus, okay? So maybe everything is a little bit complicated to understand, but this is because everything in Deus has a reason and a purpose, and there is no token without a reason or a purpose or without anything. So everything is well thought out and should make sense. Yes. And if you think it doesn't make sense, then it's because what you read until now didn't make sense. Yeah, so Dia is absolutely needed. Deus will also be absolutely needed. Yes, you can interact with the vault. Yes, exactly. Just try it out. You can never be 100% perfect or like always doing the right decision, like making the right thing. Just trying it out. I, for example, because like I have more Dia, but it's not because I uh, like Dia more, but it's because we as early team members we got Dia. So yes, and I don't want to like sell them and dump on the market. I only almost sell a little bit of Dia once a week or something like that to get to acquire more Dios because Dios wasn't pre-minted. So it's also it's just yeah. find the right thing for you. There is no perfect ratio. Thank you, Kensht, for following. Also, thank you, Hand to Note. What does the? I think I, yeah, heavily correlated. Can you explain? The Telegram chat is trashing. Will Coinbase I use? Yes, tradable tomorrow. So for all people that are completely new to Deus, let me quickly explain what's the big difference about Deus and what Deus basically im implements into the crypto world is something I call institutional backing. Okay, so basically what we have in the world is you're on a stock exchange, okay? You're on a stock exchange, for example, New York Stock Exchange, and you're trading stocks, and everything is backed by institutions. Like in crypto, they somehow came to the conclusion that you should be using a peer-to-peer backing. And all in all of the decentralized protocols, you somehow have a peer-to-peer backing, and even sometimes you back like self-user backing. For example, you provide the collateral and then you can trade. This just it doesn't make so much sense because you will never achieve adoption because some users they don't want to provide liquidity to trade, they just want to buy. So they that's why the stock exchanges and and the whole world is working because we don't like the whole world works because everyone is doing what he's good at, and institutions are suddenly good at backing stuff. That's like their unique selling point. So there are governments backing stuff, and there are like banks backing governments, and everything is backed by each other, but there are institutions backing it. So what Deus designs or like tries to implement is a protocol that backs all those things. So you have a decentralized institution, Deus, that backs all the trades. And it's not really like um, a, a protocol just means there are certain rules, okay? And those rules are written into smart contracts. And we all agree on them. And then there are, for example, people that put in liquidity into vaults. They become liquidity providers. And other people that are becoming traders. And everything is backed by those simple rules. And with that system, if the vault liquidity provider agrees on, yeah, we should we should get some Coinbase IOUs, then it is possible to just launch that token and make it possible for traders to trade them. And we don't need anyone else. We don't need Coinbase. We don't need anyone in order to do so because it's just our system, our little world where we agreed on. And then, of course, there are oracles that get data from real stock exchanges, but also created by a decentralized protocol. So later there will be nodes, and the node stakers, like people that are running the nodes, they are deciding together with the vault stakers which APIs to add, which assets to add. Yes, like look, Milo Million. Currently there is no real Coinbase stock price. But when there will be a real Coinbase stock price, the price will be streamed from the exchanges just for all the other stocks that we are listing next weeks. All of those stocks, we just The prices are streamed from exchanges. And then you can just buy them on Uniswap. The vault stakers are backing the system. You can buy and trade. Basically, the system is not only backed by vault stakers because it's like this. So look, we have like a pot, okay, and this is like a, and we have certain thresholds, and if the pot is going above that, money is taken out into the vaults, and if the pot is going below that, money is put into the from the vaults into the pot. And there is also an insurance fund, and there is also the Deus treasury that acts as a yeah, quick quick liquidity provider that is then paid back by fees. So it's just basically it's just one in some kind of way. Deus is like a centralized exchange, but decentralized. Yes. 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 Somehow. Gotcha. To mint a stock, they need to lock equivalent amount of Deus to create a stock using Oracle to fetch the price. Exactly. Yes. Um, how does it how does bonding? Basically, it's math. Like you start at the price, okay? So bonding curve is calculated, price is calculated by like the balance of the collateral multiplied with the supply of the token multiplied with a connector weight or continuous weight. And basically, when you when you start the bonding curve, you are defining the price, and based on you're defining the price, and you're also defining the connector weight, and based on that, the balance and the supply of the token changes, but it can only go back to the price you defined. It can never go below that price because below that price doesn't exist in that equation. It's math. So the reason why it cannot go below that price is because math doesn't allow it. Only if we add or deduct something from the balance or something from the supply without changing the connector weight. You can buy the IOU with Bitcoin, Ethereum, DAI, Tether, USDC, Deus, and DEA. Yes. Okay, okay. Okay, guys, we just need to do something quick. Ted, are you in the chat? Ted, are you in the chat? Taddle. Okay. Ah. Um, so look, I will explain to you something quickly. Okay, so this is the Deus DAO. Okay, so look, um, the Deus DAO, the bonding curve is designed so that there is always some ETH going from buying when people buy Deus, and today there was a lot of buying, and basically if it reaches 500 or close to 500, you cannot buy Deus anymore until we withdrew them. So yeah, we should do it later so you can buy more. Pineapples on pizza. Wait, are you talking about the pizza portal protocol? No, we don't need the vaults for now because it's still an IOU. Uh, you see, we're still in that little bubble here. Okay, we are inside of that bubble, and we're inside of that bubble. Okay, we're not like look. Okay. I will explain it like this. Okay, this is Deus. Okay, this is Deus. Okay, this is the protocol. And it's backed by the vaults, and it's also backed by the treasury, and it's also backed by the um, no, you can't buy Deus. You can't buy Deus. You can't buy Deus. You can buy Deus. Don't worry. You can always buy and sell Deus on Deus Um, but don't buy it on Uniswap. If you buy it on Uniswap, buy it with Dia. So look, this is the ecosystem, okay? And Coinbase is the IOU. We can add a lot of IOUs, but they're not inside the system. First, when they list on Real Stock Exchange, they will go inside of the system. Okay, so currently they're like small bubbles that we can place everywhere, and they're not connected to the complete ecosystem yet. And because we're basically providing that bonding curve, and this is the IPO price, and there will be a lot of deals going into that bubble that is paying more than the price. So yeah, speculation. Um, but who knows when this is and how much there will be until then staked. For example, I will be immediately staking 500,000 into the vaults, locking into the vaults. First minute. Yes. I will not stake them to give you guys the DEA as reward, but I will lock them and I will stake them one day after. Um, Arunism. Like, look, the Coinbase IOU, not yet. Every other stock that is traded on the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, yes. Coinbase isn't traded anywhere, so how can we get the Oracle price? DEA is 70%. 70% is going to DEA. So you need more DEA, yes. Um, um, Good. Wow, there's so much going on in the... Good. Yes, we will make it a steep bonding curve this time. We want to give you guys some fun to play around, okay? So the IPO bonding curves will be steep. Like, look, you need to understand, okay? There is a future market, okay? And then there is the real market, okay? And in that case, in that sense, for Coinbase, the real market doesn't exist yet. But the future market exists and we play around and we just do stuff and we buy and sell and the price is completely different from the real market. But as soon as when we're going back to the real market, maybe price drops or even increases higher, and then after the real listing, some days after, we will switch from the future market to the real market. Maybe there is even like after we implement the swap, there are still people playing around on the future market, and it's two different markets. If you check out the future markets, for Bitcoin, the price is not the same as Bitcoin. So they're trading the prices, they're trading other prices. It doesn't even like it really has something to do with Bitcoin, but still somehow it has something to do with Bitcoin. So in that sense, the future market for the Coinbase only gets to the real price based on trades and later when we swap them, okay? But price and demand will be influenced by what? Yeah, by people that want to buy or by people that want to speculate on the Coinbase IPO. That's basically it. That's basically the reason for every market in the world. Not every market, okay? For example, the food market is not only for speculation. Also, the housing market is not for speculation, but still it is used for speculation. That's why we had the financial crisis in 2009, because it was heavily used for speculation, and it's still heavily used for speculation. Go to Miami or like LA, go to San Francisco and try to buy a house there. It's all speculation. Everything. Everything. And the future market is we're just listing the market so you can speculate on. That's what Deus is about. It's about giving you the opportunity to speculate on everything in a decentralized way, whenever you want it, how you want it, and yeah, that's it. Uh, yeah. So I think CME also it's just a tool for institutions to somehow speculate on the Bitcoin price without all the hassle around it. And basically for us it's the different way. For like I think institutions will also get some went to the conclusion that using decentralized protocols is yeah, you can using decentralized protocols is better. Yes, you can sell Deus back to the bonding curve. We got so much new users today, and everyone is like asking about the question, the basics. Just try it out. Sell some Deus back. It works. You need to claim the ETH. Yes. So it's all about markets. Deus is all about markets, and a lot of like if you like I'm in crypto since 7 years. Okay, 7 years. Uh, I'm in crypto since 7 years, and I I always wanted to contribute something. It was always important for me to like. I always asked myself the question: how can we make banks obsolete? That's basically the question that drives me. And for a long time, I thought the others will do it. The others will do it. But somehow I realized crypto. A lot of people in crypto are more about like tech. They are more interested about the tech. They're not really interested about the economical sides. So when you hear Vitalik Buterin talking about Ethereum, you will never hear him talking about economical aspects and how it could like it's mostly about tech and how to secure the network and how to secure everything and I realized like look guys, okay, so what Vitalik is doing is he is providing the infrastructure, okay? So Ethereum is basically the infrastructure, okay? And then we are building on top of that infrastructure. And it is the real innovation is not the infrastructure. The internet, the TCP/IP protocol is not the real innovation. The real innovation was Amazon. Okay? And I often compare Deus to Amazon because it's basically Deus is designed like Jeff Bezos designed Amazon. I ask myself, like, he asked himself when he was creating Amazon, which website, which company could have the biggest impact in the internet, and he thought about e-commerce. That's what he invented. But he also thought about not only selling stuff online, but he specifically asked himself, like, which niche has the most products, and he came up with books. Okay, he came up with books. So he created a bookstore online, and he could have Amazon was the biggest like they hit the market, and they were already the biggest bookstore in the world, and that's how they revolutionized commerce. And Deus will have the most assets. So if you're going to like online, you check mm, CFD broker. Uh, yeah, I will send you some links. I don't know, like last time I checked, and there was some CFD brokers. They maybe had like 10,000 assets somehow. 10,000. Like Deus could list. We could list millions. We could have million of assets next year easily. We could basically list everything that is on every stock market in the world. So because it's so easy to just plug in the API and then you're ready. So while others, I don't know why they're doing it, they launch with 10 stocks. We launch with 500. And we will add all 9,000 US stocks very soon. And then we will go into the international market. And we will add stocks from every exchange that is out there. And then after that, we can start creating synthetic assets, basically everything. We will also create what we did today manually for Coinbase. We are basically, what we do is we are creating an IOU deployer, okay? So it will basically be like a form, and you just propose the asset you want to deploy, uh, write something about it, people vote on, and then it's deployed. And then we can speculate on that asset. Yes. And then eventually, if there is a real market, we can if it's an IOU, like an IPO, we can then sometime agree on a swap rate also. Yeah, we can. Look, guys, this is not like you're not asking me, can we do precious metals? Just find a price feed for precious metals, and we do it. We do it. I don't know much about precious metals price feeds, but we have a new like I talked because like look, we should I contacted some experts on that field. Okay, so now I have calls with with it's a company. They're basically doing this. They are providing data for like for CFD brokers and for all kind of like brokers or stuff, uh, and they need data, and we are providing that data to them. Yeah, we could basically make a plutonium IOU tomorrow. I could deploy the token right now, and then we could have some plutonium on Ethereum. It's really the what we could do with Deus is just our imagination. It's what we want to do. We can create in Deus what we want to do, which we should always be concerned about. Don't like don't create markets where like profit is only going into one direction. There should always be some kind of exchange, you know. It's normally in the exchanges or traders as a whole always underperform. So for a vault staker, it's always like this. He has no risks because traders as a whole underperform. But when we're creating a market that is where you can only win, it should be separated from the rest, and it should only be inserted into the rest when the risk for the ecosystem is low. Yes. Um, I wanna overthrow governments. Like I don't want to overthrow them in a way that I'm like going on the streets and fighting against them. But I think we should have the right to create private cities, and that's what I'm simping for. So there will be in the next 10 to 100 years, probably, maybe even earlier, maybe next year. There is one project that I'm very closely following. It's free private cities. Yeah, free private cities, and yes, he making governments compete for you, and that's basically what we're doing. Like, look, governments and banks, they have governments and no, there is no great reset. The great reset is coming, yes, but it means that there will be no banks, no governments, only free systems where self-governed, self people can decide themselves, and we are the driving force. Of course, the governments are also the driving force because they are pushing us to do this by taking our freedom in some way, and you will always choose the option where you have more freedom. It's easy. If you have two systems and in one system you're not free and in one system you're free, you will always choose the free system. It's our human nature to drive for self yeah, self-governance. I don't know the English word, but we are always striving because basically it's not our nature as humans, it's our nature as consciousness. We're driving or we want to re-originate our purpose and everything. We want to have free will, and we want to do what we think is the best for us. And but there is a problem that basically you can do something that is maybe good for you and bad for the other person, and that's where the government is coming into place. So the government is there to tell you not to do something bad. So basically the government is giving you protection, but when you have free private cities and the protection is coming from a company, from a free and you can choose the company that protects you because maybe the other company they didn't protect you as well as you wanted it. They only stole your money, and then you just on a free market you just go to another company. And the other company that is bad, it just falls apart. But in a governmental system with countries and governments, it's not possible because they have a monopoly on protection and security. They have the monopoly on creating rules, and it just doesn't work. It will never work. Monopolies never work. So, yeah, free private cities, cryptocurrencies, that's the wave, that's the future, and we can play a role in it. And it's not only about making money. Of course, you're making money because you're driving that change. And because that change is needed, the people that drive the change, they get the money from the other people that want the change. That's how it works. So, but it's not only about the money. Because I have like I'm in crypto since 7 years. What do you guys think, like how many friends that I told about Bitcoin 7 years ago still are as active as I am in the crypto space? No one. Because they all came because of the money, and some when Bitcoin crashed, all the money was gone, and they also left because they didn't strive for the ideologies. They strived for the money, and that's basically the reason why they left again. And you will also leave. If you're here to make money, you will leave at one point. Maybe you make a lot, you lose a lot of money, or just the reason why you're doing it is wrong. And because the reason why you're doing it is wrong, you will not keep on it. You will lose the drive to do it. So always ask yourself why you're doing it. Why are you today in that Twitch stream? Is the reason because you want to make money? Then it's possible that you at some point you will leave again. Is the reason because you want to drive decentralization? Then it's and because you want to change the world, then it's possible that you will succeed. No, Bitcoin will never fail. Bitcoin will never fail. Never. Bitcoin will always be number one cryptocurrency. It's like this. Um, but the dominance will go down. Yes, I think 65% Bitcoin dominance is not healthy. Inflation ending in January. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I checked for some gold prices. We can always get the prices from Google. We can just build an API and get the price from Google. But Google has an agreement with Bloomberg that they only stream the price 15 minutes later, and then we would have problems with front-running people. Because there is always someone who thinks he's smarter and can trick out your system. So it's, yeah, we should get the live stream. It's better. But we can do it in a closed environment. But I will talk to the data. I will talk to the data consultancy firm company, and then yeah. Good. Until a few weeks ago, I didn't even know what ASMR is until I discovered that YouTube channel of that girl that does this, and I've asked myself like, who is watching this? But she got a lot of followers, and yeah, I think she's successful. Yes, but it's cool. uh, Deus will beat SNX and a lot more. Like, look, I think SNX is I love all of the protocols, and um, SNX is like, I think SNX shouldn't do it in an internal exchange, and they also shouldn't rely on they shouldn't rely on only on Chainlink oracles, because Chainlink oracles, they have this 6 minute heartbeat, okay? So basically SNX, all of what they're doing, and why the developer yesterday joined our Discord, is because they have this 6 minute heartbeat, and people are front running during that 6 minutes, okay? Because they know the price of Ethereum is different than what they have in the Chainlink Oracle. So they are front running the Oracle because they have more data, and who has more data wins always. And you need a lot of data, and so the idea of having a protocol like Chainlink that provides you with all the data, it's just not working. It's not working because Chainlink is providing data for a lot of people. So the data they are providing data for a general purpose, okay? It's like general purpose data. But as an X, they don't need the general purpose data. They need very narrow field of data. They need it instant, and they need it, yeah, basically they need it instant. That's what they need. And so from the first moment I realized, okay, Chainlink cannot be the driving force for Deus oracles. Yes. No. Yes. And then other thing is they have like this. They have an internal exchange, okay, and because the exchange is internal, adoption is more problematic. It's the same with Deus swap, you know, like we have Deus swap, and people are not getting how to buy Deus. So what we are doing is we're creating a basic ERC20 token that is backed by the Deus ecosystem but can be freely moved all around the world and can be put on Uniswap. And that's what drives the adoption. And Deus is the backing. It's basically, I just copied how the banks are doing it. They back the dollar, but you can do with the dollar whatever you want. You can go to the moon with the dollar. And then you can come back to Earth and it's still backed by the government. Yes. So our Oracle system basically works like this. So we have the API providers, okay? And then we have the nodes. And so maybe I should have drawn it differently, but and then we have the user, okay? Like this. And he wants to buy a Tesla, okay? So he goes to DealSwap, okay? And then he calls the nodes. I should, yeah, I should charge my headset before the live stream. So you have the nodes, okay? And the nodes are getting the data from the APIs. And then the nodes are telling DealSwap and are telling Ethereum the price the person wanted for Tesla is actually the price. Is actually the price that is on the API, and he gets it in real time. And because there are many nodes, if someone gets access to one node and he puts the wrong price, we still have the other nodes that put in the right price. And if the user comes and puts in the wrong price, the nodes basically say, no, that's not the price of Tesla right now. And then the smart thing is that we have uh, the Deus ecosystem, and we have the user, and the user connects the Deus ecosystem to the world. Because he can go with his Tesla and go somewhere else and sell it to someone else on Uniswap. And then the other person on Uniswap realized, oh, I can use that Tesla and go back to Deus and sell it there. And at some point, this everything just merges into one thing. And you just take the Tesla, put it there. It will be just a very flowing experience, like the dollar. You don't think about like how the government backs the dollar. You just get euros from where you work or somehow else, and then you go with them to the supermarket and you just pay with the euro. And it's because of adoption. It's because the guy in the shop, he knows the euro, and you know the euro, and everyone just knows what it is. And that's basically what we're doing. We're creating a system that backs all the tokens, and everyone that sees the token will just say, ah, okay, it's a Deus token. I can always go back to Deus and swap it. So I treat it as it were Tesla, because I can always go back to Deus and exchange it there for the underlying price of the asset. Good. Yeah, please tell the people in the. Thanks for following crypto. Nice. Also, thanks Tsitsi. Yeah, Tsitsi. Thanks for following. Can you prove your promises are legit? What do you mean? Like, I'm not promising. I'm not promising that you can go to Uniswap right now, buy Deus, go to Uniswap, and do it like it's it's already proven with Deus. You can mint Deus and uh, I think Cyberpunk we could enable like yeah. Can I short the like there is a company for Cyberpunk 2077, yes. You don't need to provide liquidity. The system is designed so that you don't need to provide it. Yes, Deus is all about derivatives. It's all about synthetic stocks, synthetic assets. There is no real like the only thing that is from real stocks is the prices. But I think that's all the people want, right? Deus has no max supply. You can buy Deus forever. You can basically take all Ethereum that is on the Ethereum blockchain and mint Deus with it. Unlimited. The price of Deus increases, yes. And at the end, there will only be a small amount of Deus, Deus created. But the ecosystem is designed so you can buy with infinite liquidity and with almost zero slippage. It's not like the market makers of Uniswap. But you can, that's the point. Like, this is what SNX has, okay? But we are basically, this is the model that SNX has. And this is the model that Uniswap has, okay? And Deus is basically the the best from both sides. Uh, like the people behind Uniswap are certainly not dumb, but like how the actual math is pretty easy. You could say dumb. It's just one equation and three variables, and that's how you define the price. You have asset like asset X and asset Y, and that's like your price. So there is a lot of issue going on with that. But for adoption, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Uniswap is such a perfect protocol and easy and just the best for just swapping tokens quick and getting a lot of adoption. How they did it. They have more trading volume than any like even that they even had more trading volume than Coinbase. So, but Yeah, Deus will be the Uniswap kind of platform for stocks. You will just be able to wait. Look, you will just look. Check it out. Look, we already have so much stocks here. That's what we will list next. Yeah, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Yeah, maybe actually it's 1 week, but let's say 2, 3 weeks. We're ready. Yes. No, there will be no dividends are making everything super complicated, and deals should be easy. So to migrate to like lower the risks, everything should be easy. So dividends are just complicated because it's different for every company and when they issue it, and we could potentially add it, but if the users decide to do it and it's in, I think there's a lot of other things to do first. Yes. This is about derivatives. This is about derivatives. There is a lot of use case for DEA. You needed to exit the vaults. There was never an ICO for Deus, yes. Okay, let's 10 more minutes and then I will go back to work. Both Uniswap. Uniswap. Both will have utility, crypto. Everything in Deus will have utility. Everything. There will be nothing in the protocol without utility or without a purpose. Everything in Deus has a purpose, has a utility, and you will never find anything without a purpose or without a utility. For me, there is no difference between Uniswap or SushiSwap. For real. I prefer the one with less slippage. So that's Uniswap, yeah, but SushiSwap is also cool. Deus can be extremely expensive, yes, extremely. It's possible that you pay 10 ETH per Deus from a technical perspective. Yeah. We also had a simulator. Wait, let me check if the simulator is online. No. Okay. Uh, there are no oracles needed for Uniswap. Uh, Cloudflare. No. No net. But we can add it simply. It's easy. We can add everything. We can add everything. We can add everything. That's what the protocol is about. To make it easy to add assets or to trade assets. Trade any asset. Trade any asset. That's what it's about. It's about decentralizing everything. That's the higher goal. To make everything accessible for everyone, without borders, without. Okay. Yes, I talk like Arnold. For one transaction in pay, about to $200 on a broker in Germany. Yeah, stock market is dead. It's absolutely not dead. And there is a way bigger market than the stock market. It's the derivatives market, and that's the market we are targeting. We're targeting the derivatives market. We're not targeting the stock market. We're targeting that market here. Okay? That's the derivatives market. And I will tell you, in my vision, what I'm seeing when I think about the future of derivatives, and the reason why I created Deus is this market will be significantly bigger in the future, because right now everything is just like only institutions can create those derivatives. Watch the movie The Big Short. Watch it and see how he goes to the banks and they are creating the derivative. And they are laughing at him because they think they steal from him. And it's like big piles of contracts, like maybe that much paperwork. And they are creating derivatives. The derivatives. So look, in where is it? Yes, here. This is the derivatives market banks created. This is the stock market banks and companies created together, okay? This is the crypto market. And I will tell you, it will be so much. It will be probably 10 times the derivatives market that we have now, that we will have when everyone has access to creating, trading, buying, like everything around it. And Deus is the protocol that enables it, or wants to help to enable it. And today we proved it with the Coinbase IPO. We did, like, there is not much paperwork attached or anything. Thanks, PV. We just create a token, create the market, connect both, and then everyone can just trade it. The derivatives market is just because what I just said. It's just because people want to speculate on stuff. That's the reason for the derivatives market. Yes, deals can be extremely expensive. Yes, it increased today in price a lot. Uh, like look, just saw the website swap, so it will be very costly to mint a new token. No, yes, it will be very costly, but look, the price on Uniswap is always the same. Uh, like as I just said, as long as I live, I will be working on decentralizing the world and providing a better solution to governmental systems and flattening hierarchical structures. So that's the thing. No, there is no inflation on. There is no inflation of both of them. DEA still has inflation, but only for 2 more weeks, and then there will be no inflation on DEA. And Deus is it's counter-logical, okay? If there is more Deus in the world, the price of Deus is higher. So you want inflation, okay? Until now you thought, okay, inflation is something bad, but now at Deus you want it. You want that the supply goes up. infinitely. You want to tell everyone, create new deals. As when everyone creates more deals, the price of deals increases. We start with the stock market, exactly like Amazon started with books, because the stock market has the most assets and the most established market. So that's the idea. Start with what is easily accessible and widely accepted, and go on from there. Good. Good. This stream will be accessible. Um, I think we should, yeah, one more minute, yeah. One last question. Um, you can buy Deus with 1 million ETH. You can buy it with 10 million ETH. You can just go to Deuswap with 10 million ETH and buy Deus, and you will experience some slippage. Yes, but it's possible. Yes, of course, everyone can use our stocks as collateral in the future. Everyone can use our wrapped bonds as collateral. Everyone can. There are certain assets. Uh, there are assets like, look, the SEC can maybe force me to stop, to maybe force me to stop doing the live streams, or stop telling you about what Deus could do, but they cannot stop Deus. Yes. Uh, because look, Baffleman, because the price of Tesla is defined by the Oracle and the stock exchanges, no flash loans can affect that. And I think manipulation of the stock market is highly illegal, so also on that part we're safe. Uh, yes, let's prepare another live stream for Wednesday. We can do this, yes. Maybe we start collecting the questions also. Uh, yes, but we're not depending on Uniswap. If someone on Uniswap is doing some kinds of things, it doesn't affect. Ah, you mean that he uses Tesla from Uniswap and sells it back? Yeah, that's basically arbitrage. That's basically arbitrage. But when he, yes, but look, you can also do the same with Deus, and they do it already. It's just arbitrage, but like the flash loans work in a different way. They 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 use uh, they use pushing forces on both sides to make it unequal, you know? And then they take opportunity of that unequality. But in Deus, you have one side that is stable. The price is not changing because of the flash loan. So all you can do is basically pump the price of Tesla on Uniswap to a certain level until it's evened out with Deus swap. But you cannot manipulate the Deus swap to create that inequal, like, yeah, imbalance. Yes. Okay. No, we cannot give Coinbase stocks because we cannot. Yeah, we can. We can buy them and no, no KYC needed. Why should why should we, like, who even should take the KYC? It's a decentralized protocol. I'm certainly not. I don't want your KYC. You can go to Deus Swap, and we will also launch Deus on a Ethereum based address without any. Yes, I think Deus chart is working. No, still not working. Okay. Yes, thank you guys very much for watching. You can ask all of your questions in Telegram. Everyone knows I'm always answering every question. I try to answer every question because basically we are in this together. It's not me against you. It's not Deus against you. It's not me wanting to rip your money and wanting to become rich because of your uh, like ignorance or something. It's we are doing this together, and we all need to understand it, and we all need to yeah understand it. That's why I'm answering all the questions all the time. I don't like the stock will perform great probably. Yeah, it might be us versus the world. But hey, let's do it together. Together we win. If we get every person in the world to join us, we will win. Most certainly. Okay, see you soon. Thanks for watching. Um, if you didn't, if you didn't, please follow me on Twitter. I want to get more reach on Twitter. I should get more reach on Twitter. And also please follow the Deus Star if you didn't do it yet. Also follow Deus Star. Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you guys. Was a great stream. Was a really great stream. I really liked it. Until next time. Peace.